Hey, dog. Hey, I'm trying to do something here. Shh. Quiet. Hi, it's your old pal Uncle Eric. Glad you could be here today. Glad I could be here today. So the other day I was watching the YouTube and I was watching Ashley Harwood, her channel, and she had a concept of a gratitude bowl. And I thought the concept was pretty cool. Essentially, it's a bowl full of something, depends on what you want to put in it, that sits on your family dinner table at big gatherings or regular family meals. And everybody takes something from the gratitude bowl and says what they're grateful for. And I think it's an awesome concept that then charges that item with what they're grateful for. And I thought I'd make one myself. So what we're going to do today is take this piece of canary wood and we're going to cut it up. That's Gracie. Hi, Gracie. And we're going to cut it up and we're going to make a bowl, and it's going to be our gratitude bowl, and it's going to sit on our family dinner table whenever we have gatherings. And it's a great concept. I'll put a link to Ashley Harwood's channel down at the bottom, and it's a killer video. You should go watch it. So here we go. There's always one that strips out. I don't care what you do, there's always one that strips out. Okay, so this is ready to mount on the lathe, and it'll make it a lot easier to turn that down around. It should be somewhere in there for our gratitude bowl. Okay, let's take this over to the lathe and get started. Alright, so we're going to chuck this thing up on the lathe. We've got the faceplate on there. And we're going to put this thing on and get it to round and start to shape the bottom of it. This will be the bottom of it. Let's spin it on there. Put it on there nice and snug. Alright. Take this and make sure that your tool rest is sitting in a position where it doesn't do that. Okay, so if you can get it to where it doesn't do that. Yeah, well, maybe not. Hang on. Delicate balance here. All right, let's see if it'll spin. All right. Okay, it'll spin. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my Easy Wood Tools rougher, and this one has a negative rake on it because they used it in the last project, and I'm going to turn this thing down to round as soon as I can get my faceplate on. Safety first, kiddos. Alright, let's go. Let's turn this thing down to round. It's almost down. As you can hear when it's turning, it's got this skip in it. This flat piece right here. Not quite there yet, but now you can tell it's starting to reveal some of that really beautiful grain. Okay, now you can see we're completely round. Now we can start to choose what shape our bowl will be. This is going to have some really good. Ooh, this little chunk out of there. Turn it down a little bit more. But this will suffice for now. I think what I'm going to do is to shape out the bottom of this bowl. I think I'm going to go with maybe more traditional tools and see how my sharpening skills work. Let's go with it. Sorry, I hate to do this, but you know what? I'm going back to carbide because I just feel better. Alright, here we go. I'm happy with that for the outside of it. Pretty good. The next step is to get the foot in there. So I can use my Novichok to put that in there and hold it on the machine while we hollow out the inside. So now that I'm happy with the bottom of this, what I need to do is I need to finish the bottom of this. So now we're going to sand and finish the bottom of this bowl before we turn it around. We're going to sand everything down. This is pretty much telling you what it's going to look like. It's got some really great yellow grain in it. It's really going to pop when we get some oil in there. So I'm going to stop here, let this dry out for a minute, and then I'm going to put some glue in the cracks. And when I got the glue in the cracks and it's all cured, we'll continue on. Okay, so we've got the inside of it carved out pretty much the way we want it. And what we're going to do is we're going to sand it, get it finished, call it a good project. Okay, so that's sanded down to 400. I'm going to take the time to get all of the dust out of these cracks before I start to seal it. And it sounds like there's some coyotes outside. Yep. Anyway, that is one sanded bowl. Okay, what we've chosen to finish this thing off tonight, and today, and whenever you see this video, whatever time it may be, is some butcher block conditioner. This stuff is great. It brings out the natural grain of the wood. It seals everything up pretty well, and it makes it food grade. Which, if you ever do decide to use this thing for food grade purposes, you can do that. So we'll put a little bit on this, and I like to rub this on by hand. Now that I've rubbed that down with the butcher block conditioner, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lathe and just kind of push it into the wood, basically. You can see how that oil brought out the grain. You can see the difference in the sheen of the grain from the end grain to the other side grain. And those cracks are all in the side grain. So, what we're going to do is we're going to hit this thing with 2 or 3 coats of this. And once we've done that, we'll come back and show you the final product. Alright, as you can see, we finished oiling this thing. Got about 5 coats on there, let it dry. Then I've hit it with, it's a little wet still, but I've hit it with some steel wool in between. As you can see, it's nice and shiny. And that, my friends, is our gratitude bowl. Okay, that's the gratitude bowl. The idea is to fill it with items, doesn't really matter what. In this case, we have some acorns. And to pick up the gratitude item, charge it with your gratitude in your hand, and say, I am grateful for, in this case, my family. And put it back in the bowl. Everybody around the table takes out one, charges it with gratitude, goes back in the bowl. We'll be doing this at our next family meal, you can bet. That's your old pal, Uncle Eric. Remember to like and subscribe to this video. And thank you very much for coming along.